This episode is brought to you by Progressive, a leader in boat insurance. Welcome aboard to Carefree Boating. Here, we don't worry about the what-ifs, because we explore with Progressive Boat Insurance for as little as $100 per year for a basic liability policy. Progressive also offers a variety of other coverages and can help you cover repair costs when you need it. And with discounts like multi-policy, safety courses, responsible driver, and more, your mind can really float free. Cruise on over to Progressive.com to get a quote today and see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Rate and discounts not available in all states or situations.
You're listening to Achtung Millwall, broadcasting from the beautiful South Birmingham. Accept no substitute.
Hello dear listeners, welcome one and all, welcome to Bramall Lane for the visit of the line this afternoon. My name is Nick Hart, you are listening to Achtung Millwall, the team that just entering onto the field of play. As you can hear, we've had a soap opera, of course, this week with the transfer of Japhet Tanganga seemingly to Sheffield United this afternoon's opponents for a deal worth £10 million. Joining me to chew over the cut this afternoon's game is Ben Anthony. Ben, £10 million package, got to be worth taking, mate.
Yeah, I'll take that, that'll do. It's going to be a shame to lose him, but I'd rather have the money than lose him for 1.2 million or whatever it was. In the last couple of days of the window, so we've got to take it.
It's business, dear listeners, unfortunately. Football fans always struggle with this aspect of the game, but I think that's how we've got to try and look at it. We've got a huge bank balance to match our injury list. It seems no Benny Mitchell, no Henry Aziz, no Macaulay Langstaff in this team this afternoon. Your lines this afternoon: Bender in goal, backline Leonard, Kramer, Cooper and Spurs. Across the middle, Negley, Luongo, Denor, Kundal, Ivanovic and Coburn up front. Goodbye Tango, I've written in my notes. Very sad to read the reports of the passing of Tim Sells, one of the football development managers with the MCT this week. Condolences to his friends and family from everyone at Achtung. I'm sure all around the support. I've seen loads of tributes to him online. Once again, the Ven won't be happy with this. We're attacking the away support in the first half here. I don't know if he spoke about it, the Ven will be.
That's what we've done. We've made that decision, maybe, I don't know.
Sheffield made a very poor start, 24th in the table, dear listeners, coming into this game. Two games played, 2 losses. What can possibly go wrong from a Millwall perspective this afternoon, even if we are carrying a few missing bodies out there? Bosh, away we go.
Amateur here, they're carrying the flags instead of putting them in wheelie bins.
Okay.
So, just haven't quite got it down.
We haven't got the Norwich pizzazz on that front, have we? It's Millwall chaos in your way in. There's barely a seat available. 1,500 sold today, apparently. It's very popular in a long game. Just as Sheffield were trying to break forwards. Yeah, over 1,500 have come up here this afternoon. That's Why have we got in for Kruger, Ben?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
What's he done? Sometimes the venom escapes me, dear listeners. Other than just a general venom for everything. It's the most Millwall ways to look at it, I suppose, isn't it? Beautiful take there by Ivanovic. Kramer playing more central. It's going to be interesting to see how he does in that role. Beautiful pass there to Negley. 1-2 with Leonard to Coburn. Ball into the middle. Ivanovic. Shot didn't really have any great venom behind it. Batted away. It's a shot from Leonard. It's got inches over the bar. Ex-Sheffield United player. Bender's passing so far not been brilliant, Ben.
I'll be honest, it looks like 2 fairly poor teams to start the game. Well, we 8 minutes in. We've had a chance. We probably
had the better of it.
Marginally have the better of the
but
game.
Not much in it.
No, we're slow to warm up. Let's put it that way.
Slaughter was very diplomatically put by Ben Anthony there. These greedy listeners, because he's getting a slice of how many, £6 to £10 million, getting a slice of the action, ways to follow. Club being well out the door. I don't buy this whole greedy business. Who amongst us would turn down that kind of money? That's my moral question for the day. Thought for the day on Achtung Millwall. Test really is going to be for the club's recruitment team. How do they use this influx of money? We've got to strengthen. The injury list seems to get, be a constant factor in our club. Why is the question? I don't know. How are they going to use it? What song is it? We need strengthening and we need it fast. So that's going to be a test for the recruitment. If we strengthen and we do get it fast, then so be it. This is intriguing me. What's the gig with Cooper?
No idea.
Cooper is the Sheffield United goalkeeper doing this. He's getting a lot of comment out of the adverse type. I think I'm looking for a reason where there is only unreason, listeners. I should know this after 50 odd years following Millwall, shouldn't I? Long ball is our tactic, Ben. There's no one's thought of that before, mate. Long ball.
It's very old school.
This is get it up to Coburn.
To be fair, I would say we do change it up. Like the old stereotype that we're just a hit and hope club.
Yeah.
I don't think it's true. We do try and play through.
We are aiming at them. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a bit of something.
Ball breaks. This is Josh Coburn on the right as we look. Ball in. Poor ball there by Ivanovic. Luongo is a busy boy. Brings the ball back. This is Mihailo on the right. There's a ball into the box. Clear under panic by the Sheffield United defence. Gone for a throw on the right side as we look out left. 15 minutes. This is Millwall on the attack. This is Sturge on the left. This is into Kundal. Ball in. Nice little ball actually. No one in there. Into the left side. We do get possession back. Luongo. Got a cross in there. 16 minutes, this is Leonard. Just on the right side of the opponent. There's a ball in, that's a flick header. Looped up, Cooper takes it on the line there. I think it's Cooper. The slag. Sheffield look very poor. There's that one just went under the player's foot. They don't look all that, do they, so far, Ben? Fingers crossed.
No, I don't think so. This team looks beatable. We've had the better chances. We're growing into the game now, I think.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to say, I really like how animated Alex Neil is when he's on the touchline.
He kicks every ball, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's barking orders, and he's the passion is there. To see.
Absolutely.
I really like it.
That's gone for a Millwall throw. Player rolling on the floor, and Lembo put him down. Steve Parrish will be doing his nut at that, listeners. Daily Mail, they'll be doing their nut. "22 minutes, listeners. This is Millwall on the attack, halfway through the first half. Millwall have been the brightest. This is Sturge, can't quite beat his man there. It doesn't only go as far as Luongo, whose shot was blocked. Millwall certainly looking the brighter of the two sides. We've yet to carve out a real clear-cut chance. I suppose the shot from Negley that was millimetres over the bar will be the pick of everything so far, but Lions certainly looking to brighten the two teams at the halfway point. First half, this is Negley now, near post ball into Coburn, the goalkeeper takes. A bit of possession for Sheffield at the moment in our half. Left side of the penalty. That's a shot almost hit the corner flag there, Ben. That was They look a poor side, mate.
That's their first half chance of the game, really.
If you call that, I mean, that's a generous half chance.
Approaching 25 minutes.
Yeah.
We've had the better chances and they haven't had a shot on target, so I'll leave you to predict what happens next.
Bramall Lane used to be a cricket venue, dear listeners. In actual fact, a test match was played here in 1902, I was reading, between England and Australia. Ashes game. Australia winning that by 143 runs. The only time never played it here. Apparently light was poor due to the industrial smoke of Sheffield at that time, Steel City. And they never came back. 1-2 with Legley feeding Leonard now coming down the right side. Ball in. Kundal! Great shot on target, batted over by the goalkeeper. Ryan's knocking on the door, 37 minutes, dear listeners, corner. Nice move there, Ben.
Yeah, another
pressing,
shot on
aren't we?
target. Kundal, to be fair to him, he's getting involved. He's desperate to make an impact. Yeah.
Corner, Negley to take, listeners. 30, maybe 38 minutes now. Yeah.
I'll be listening, don't worry.
Cooper at the far post. Falls to Kundal. This is Negley. Shot low and hard into a red and white striped shirt, unfortunately, listeners. All bounce around it. Kundal! What a Millwall! Kundal! Slams over it close. Mill lead it 1-0. 39 minutes. Ryan's 1 up. That's been coming for some time. That's no more than we deserve, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant ball forward.
Nice finish.
Yeah, what a touch for Kundal, and then a great finish. We were just saying he deserves a chance. He's tried to make
old
it
Bill.
Brilliant goal, brilliant.
Mill lead it 1-0. No more than we deserve, listeners. Just before the 40-minute mark. We've been pressing and pressing and pressing, and in fairness, they haven't looked up to much. Guessing they're filing for the bar down. It's a little bit early to be going home, but hey, I don't know. Down at the home end. He's played well, actually. It's been a difficult half so far. We've grown into it. Hasn't been great football, but that was a really nice finish there by Luke Cumberland. We should get our 10 million deal done, wrapped up there, Ben, before we start going on.
That's a bit harsh. The league table says that they're just as good as Sheffield Wednesday.
Again, header falls through to offside. Kramer had a moment there, listeners. The linesman has his flag up. There, listeners. Beautiful work there by Ivanovic. Ball still in play. This is Negley on the right side. Oh, that's a fantastic Cruyff style try. Unlucky Camille Negley just took it over the byline now. Good work back there, Josh Coburn. Ball breaks. What can Mill do here? He's on a little run. Can he have a go? He will. Oh! Deflected shot. Just left of the post, dear listeners. Goalkeeper wasn't down fast enough. It was just left of the post. That was a nice take there by Josh Coburn. Going to be a late corner and a half. Last chance and a half. There we go. Deep. That's too deep. That should be half-time. There it is, half-time. Lions lead it 1-0. I thought certainly had the better of that half. Sheffield United don't look up to much, listeners. The game is there for the taking. So half-time, Sheffield United 0, Millwall 1.
Achtung, Millwall.
I want to give a shout out to our friends John Kelly and Will Scott over at News at Den. Many of you will know that News at Den is the go-to site for everything Millwall. It's part of the Southwark News, the only newspaper with a dedicated Millwall reporter who follows the Lions all over the country. What you may not know is that Southwark News is an independent small business with no investors, no big media company, nor multi-millionaire owners. It's a rare breed, a local paper for local people. And John and Will get the Millwall stories that no one else can. A lot of their stuff is free to read, but the in-depth pieces are for subscribers only. It's just £3 a month or £30 a year, and we think it's a proper bargain. By paying, you're supporting local journalism done the right way. You can sign up by visiting southwarknews.co.uk and clicking on the News at Den section. southwarknews.co.uk, click on News at Den Plus.
Both teams are out for the second half now. Lions obviously leading by that goal from Luke Cundall, well taken goal. This is it for the taking, Ben, this game, I think, don't you?
Absolutely. We were saying right at the start, it was quite a slow start to the game.
Yeah.
But only one team really grew into it, and that was us. We've been quite dominant.
We pressed hard, we showed good ambition as it's gone along, didn't we?
Yeah. We need to keep it tight now and make it count going forward. How would you say the back four have been?
They've been untroubled, but then I suppose Sheffield are looking a very poor side, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they've been all right. So.
It's the old debate, guys. The whole debate now is where to play Kramer.
Yeah.
Do we buy a right back or do we buy a centre back, or both?
I think we're missing his crossing. Leonard is trying hard, but I'm not sure he's got the engine as much as he used to have a few years ago. Yeah. That said, is a long throw from Leonard on the right side. Ball in. There's a flick header on from Jake Cooper. Bouncing around, that's going to go still in Mill possession. Head injury, looks like Ivanovic taking a knock. The referee's pulled the game up inside the first minute of the second half. We are attacking the far end, so can't tell you too much about what happened
like
there.
A head injury to Ivanovic.
Ivanovic, that's right, he pulled up. We've got possession over there, but he's gone down with something on his head. It's a grey day here in a steel city, dear listeners. It's grim up north, Ben. Grim up north, mate. Ivanovic is going off for some more further treatment. He is walking off. He's not badly injured. I suppose he's got to stay off for 30 seconds now, dear listeners. Eva is back in the game, listeners. But header breaks to Cundall, blasts it over, fell to Ivanovic, who fed Cundall. I think he thought he was under more pressure than he was there. How could he manage to put it high over the bar? Let's hope we don't come to regret that moment. That was a big chance there for dear listeners. Blimey. Ball breaks. This is Sheffield coming down the right as we look. The cuts inside, shot. Good save down low by Bender. That was on target for the 27. We'll give a little bit of time and space to get a shot away, then, listeners. Going to be a right-sided corner as we look from the away end. 49, going towards 15 minutes. Good reflex save there, dear listeners. Let's hope we can defend this corner. The 8 to take it. Off the line, little clear off the line, blimey. Dodge a bullet there, listeners. Ready back in from close. Clear of the line. I think that was Leonard off the line. I'll have to see that again. Sheffield just trying to give us a little bit of, put the heat on us a little bit, listeners. Just need to ride this period out. We missed a wonderful chance for Cundall back at the start of the second half. We're on 55 minutes. But they're just looking to come out as they would have been instructed to do by their manager, whoever he is. Hogan getting manhandled by two men. Referee sees nothing wrong with that. Lobbed forward from Ryan Go towards Coburn. He does well to take it. He's on the left side of the penalty area. Inside is Ivanovic. Side foot shot, no power, straight down to the goalkeeper though. Nice little moment. 58 minutes, listeners. Ball breaks for Sheffield. Man wide on the left there. Great tackle there, Sturge, but he's still in possession. Sheffield, we're on 61 minutes, nearly 62. Just on the left as we look at the middle penalty area. This is the 11. More central now, listeners. A little bit of pressure. Negley takes it away from his man there with a blow and gets clattered. Here's the free kick. Man of the match so far, Camille Negley, dear listeners. We've got still, 62 minutes, 28 minutes to go, but standout player for me so far. Sheffield United break on the left as we look, dear listeners, 65 minutes. Oh, shot just wide from the 10. I thought that was in for a moment there, Ben.
I thought that was going in, yeah. From our angle, it looked dead on.
Very dangerous. Chance for Sheffield there, listeners. 65.5 minutes. Probably their best moment of the game, really. Yeah, we need someone who just take control of things a little bit.
Luongo's doing that a little bit.
Yeah,
looks like he's having some
we
fun
do
out
miss that.
This is where George Saville had his impact, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Coming towards the halfway point of the second half, listeners. We've just been under a little bit of heat recently since the start of the second half. Sheffield looking to claw their way back in at a moment to go.
It's good football, Millwall.
We're just in possession just outside our penalty area at the moment.
So we got to kick the ball.
Luongo gets a heel on it and we get some possession. Almost gives it away though. Ball into the middle box. Great save, John Bender. Wow, that was on target. Wow, that was creeping in at the post and Bender gets across, makes a terrific save. 67.5 minutes. Well, his distribution mightn't be up to much, but his reflex saving is. Fantastic save. Anyways, corner. We're just clinging on slightly at the moment, which is frustrating. We've had plenty of chances across the game. They've taken the corner short. Shot blocked, thankfully. Chance to break out of defence. It's gone all the way back to their goalkeeper. Yeah, Ryan's just been a little bit under the cosh in recent times, and that was another close moment there, another close shave.
He's getting a marker ready.
Looks like, yeah, Negley sat down on the floor there, so it looks like a Marku for Negley. I was just starting to think myself substitutions. I wouldn't have had that one down, but then he's put a lot of work in. He's played well, Negley, so far.
He has. I think it's been his best game of the season so far.
Yeah,
he's played well.
Man of the match contender for me.
I would say so, yeah.
In comes Marku, listeners. 69 minutes. It's a very humid afternoon, incidentally. Humid for me standing on the terraces, let alone playing out there.
It's gone straight down the tunnel there, Negley. I'm hoping it's just precautionary rather than he's actually got an injury.
Yeah. We'll do without any more injuries, that's for sure. Especially for such a crucial player. He's become a crucial player for us. Anyway, in comes in Idemo Marku. 20 minutes to go. This is the 27th. You get a sense, dear listeners, we're on 72 minutes, going on 73. It's going to be a long 17 minutes. Fender out well there. You can hear the applause. The ball breaks. Sheffield now coming forwards. This is the 23. Space on the edge of the D. He's going to go for a corner. They're trying to work their way through the middle there, listeners. 76.5 minutes. 14 to take. 77 minutes. And it comes deep. Moved clear by Casper Denor at the far post from the little nod on. The clock seems to be moving very slowly for me, Ben.
It is getting slower and slower and slower.
78.5 minutes. Who's this? This is Kundal, Ivanovic coming out. Who's that? Kelly coming out.
Kelly putting an extra body in midfield.
Oh, dispossessed Sturge. Chance here for Sheffield United, the 8. Oh, it hit the post. Hit the post from the edge of the penalty area. Would you believe it? Look, Lady Luck is on our side there, Ben. Bloody hell.
Yeah, we are riding our luck.
Wow. Dodge a bullet there, dear listeners. Zach Sturge a little bit naive there, I think, on getting dispossessed.
2 or 3 times he's been caught out. I mean, he's still learning
Got
his
a lot
game.
to learn.
He's probably still getting to full fitness. Yeah. So you have to give him a bit of leeway. But yeah, that's 2 or 3 now. I'd like Cooper to help him out a bit more.
Yeah. It's like Nizzy time, listeners.
Do you remember Nisbet?
I do remember him. Sheffield on our right side now. It's been pretty much Sheffield possession for a large chunk of this second half. Ball into the box, ball back fourth. Off the line! Headed close off the line by Kramer. Bloody hell. My heart can't take this, dear listeners. Pretty much relentless pressure now at the moment from Sheffield United. But Kelly does well to force that ball back. 84 minutes. Here come the 2 subs. We've got Harding coming in for Kundal. He's done very well this afternoon, Kundal.
Yeah, he has a really good, a great goal and good contributions all round, really.
I agree. In comes Harding. In it comes. Near post, headed up and away. Oh, wow. Oh, the whistle had gone. What a save. What a save. I think the whistle had gone anyway, listeners. It had come off of Cooper was held down. The ball bounced almost over the head of Stephen Bender, who managed to get a fingertip to it, put it over the bar. Whistle had gone, but that don't detract from that save, listeners. Wow. Stephen Bender, the man of the match now.
I think it's pretty comfortably man of the match. The 2 or 3 saves he's made, worth goals in themselves.
I mean, that whistle had gone, but that was an incredible save.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. The guy's been fantastic.
Yeah. Sturge on the left side. Ball down the line. This is Danny Kelly on the left. Ball into the middle. This is Nizzy. Can't quite take and turn. Can't quite take and turn there in the middle. That was a moment. 87 minutes. It's nice to see the ball down the other end of the pitch, to be quite honest with you, listeners. Don't have a great sight of what's going on down there. It's been a very, very tense second half, listeners. I can't help but think back to that chance for Kundal that was not taken. There's 90 minutes up. There'll be a throw-in for Sheffield United. Five extra minutes. Sheffield fans filing for the exits. There are still 4 minutes of added time to go. All arms and legs over in the corner. Gone for a corner. Jake done well there. The big man, all arms and legs. He done well to hold his men off there.
Yep.
Buy some time.
We've clung on for this half, but we've done it well enough.
Been a big performance given the week we've had there.
It really has. They're going to work themselves really tired. I want to give some credit to Marco, who I think has been
got stuck in out there
since he came on.
It's going to be a free kick. This will be their last chance saloon, I think, dear listeners. They've taken it quickly. Ball into the box, headed clear. That should be it any minute, listeners. And Marker takes it away. Yeah! There it is! What a performance by our Millwall team after the week we've had. Win this 1-0. We rode our luck, yes, but we took our chances. That was magnificent. Man of the match, Stephen Bender, take your pick. Luongo, take your pick. Bender for me. Wonderful stuff. What a performance, Ben.
Yeah. Defensively in the second half, we really clung on in there, but the boys are together. It showed that team spirit, and I think we deserve it in the end.
Absolutely, fantastic. Big thank you, Ben Anthony.
Pleasure, Nick.
There we are, dear listeners. Lions take 3 points from Bramall Lane. Wonderful, wonderful performance. Thank you for listening. We'll be back after these messages.
Achtung, Millwall.
Big welcome back onto the show to News at Den's chief reporter, Sports at Millwall reporter, Will Scott. How you doing, Will?
I'm good, Nick. Thanks for having me on. It's nice to be back 2 weeks after. Nice to be able to talk to you after another win.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're becoming our lucky mascot on this show. Every time we come on to Achtung, there's a win to talk about. A fantastic one yesterday afternoon. Really enjoyed it. You were up there, I know, yesterday. I was in the away end. Magnificent performance, Will. I mean, where to start with it? I mean, I changed my man of the match halfway through. I went from Camille Negley to finish with Stephen Bender. Wonderful performances across the whole team, though, in fairness. But Bender, for me, stood out yesterday with some match-saving, top-class saves in that second half.
Yeah, I think for me, for the first half it was Luongo, just because Millwall were was really controlling the game, and I felt the big difference is they were winning a lot of second balls. They were winning duels. They were picking up the loose balls, so they were able to keep the ball and circulate it a lot better than they had in that second half against Borough. And I felt, what was really striking to me is it didn't really feel that there was any danger from Sheffield United for the first sort of like 60, 70 minutes. Now I know that
agree.
A team a bit of crisis, but with the players they have on the pitch, Gustavo Hammer, there's still a bit of a worry when he picks up the ball. Louis Barry looked at these little flashes of you sort of worrying a bit there as well. But there wasn't really that much danger, and obviously as the game wore on, they created a bit. It still wasn't a huge amount. I felt like it was more a lot of pot shots more than anything, or sort of individual moments of quality where Bender was called upon. But and it was always, I guess, when I saw the matchday squad and the bench as well, I wasn't necessarily surprised that Millwall slowed down a bit in that second half as well. I think you could have named most. Crammer, another fantastic performance at centre back.
Yes, agree. Yeah,
Josh Coburn had a bit of a thankless task. Ivanovic's link up looks a lot better, and he looks like a more well-rounded sort of player. And obviously he's not quite having the luck in front of goal, but just in terms of his off-ball play, he looks like a forward rather than just an out-and-out striker. He looks a lot more sort of capable of knitting together attacks than before. And it was just a really good team performance, and it was very gritty, I thought.
Yeah, strong performance. I mean, I was talking to some Sheffield United boys when I was at the station on the way home, waiting for the train, and I mean they're not enamoured of Ruben Sellers, obviously in the wake of Chris Wilder, club favourite there. I put it to them, and they were kind of I don't know, half and half about it. But I think they're a team playing badly rather than a bad team.
Yeah.
You could see in that second half they're a strong side. Will. When they did come at us, it was a little bit wing and a prayer at times when they hit the post, didn't they? And a couple of clearances from the line. It's the football cliche. It is the proverbial difficult place to go, isn't it? When they're on form, I think we've caught them at the right moment, really. So I can't believe they'll stay that the form will remain that poor across the whole season. They're too good a side, in my humble opinion.
No, and it was fortunate last season as well, because Millwall played Sheffield United. Remember that sort of April when they were in tailspin again. I think they lost like 3 pounds, lost all chance of automatic promotion. But you can tell, and I was speaking to some of the Sheffield United reporters after the game. You could tell there wasn't a structured way they'd create chances. All individual bits of quality that the top teams have. Louis Barry coming inside and forcing a save out of Bender, Hammer forcing a save out of Bender. It was all these little bits where they just beat their man, would create something out of nothing. And that's what it felt dangerous to the final whistle. You could tell Alex. I spoke to him, asked him how he was doing as he came up to the press conference, and he was like, stressed. I need my water.
I can imagine he is.
Yeah, you can see him on the sideline. He's a very animated man. I always have a great view of what he's doing during the games. I always find it interesting to just sort of keep track of his reactions to things. And he's very, very There are a few effing and blind, especially at Newport. You could really hear everything he was saying. There's a few moments.
Well,
effing blinded.
he lives and kicks every ball, every challenge. He's living it with the players involved. It must be a draining. Maybe it's the only way he knows how to manage. I mean, certainly things worked out for us yesterday. I mean, I think you wrote in the game of inches in the Championship. I mean, last week it was a game of inches, not in our favour. This week it was, wasn't it? Because we dodged a couple of bullets, but then we were unlucky too. There was a shot I remember for Negley, who I thought played very, very well yesterday. For his kind of 60, 70 minutes or so, however many minutes it was he had. But he went very close of a shot that was, kind of a coat of paint over the bar in the first half, if memory serves.
Yeah.
These are another cliche for you, Will. They're fine margins, mate, aren't they? Fine margins.
Yeah, and it was there was a few other moments. If Negley had gotten the weight of the pass to Ivanovic a bit better, and Ivanovic had been through in that first half, Ivanovic had another one where Coburn somehow, who I thought had a very thankless task, I thought, up against getting man Jack Robinson.
Another wrestling match. He can do a career in WWF if the rugby league doesn't shape up for him.
He was getting thrown about and
on him at one point. They had holding him down.
Ridiculous. He got very unlucky, but there was one bit where he sort of somehow got the ball and laid it off to Ivanovic, and he couldn't quite find the finish. And I saw Alex fucking go fuck. You could see it was a very visceral that was a chance. He really lived.
Yeah. I mean, the one goal. I mean, we talk about the goal at Luke Cunliffe. Great to see him get on the end of it. Really nicely put away. It was, fortune if you want, but it was a little nod down. I think it was Ivanovic.
Yeah.
I think Will nodded it on.
Yeah.
In from a melee, and it fell into the path of Cunliffe. Really slotted it away. With aplomb. Great to see him go. He's had a hard time of it, especially last season, but increasingly this season, he's looking influential for me, Kunda. I really like the look of him yesterday.
Yeah, I think you spoke about it. He didn't have the season he wanted the start to his Millwall career last season. He wanted, but I think what I noticed a lot in preseason they worked on, he was one of the ones who'd be picking up the second balls. Ivanovic, Coburn knocking. Yeah, he'd be one of the ones who'd be sprinting forward and looking to get on the end of it and try finish it. And his sort of energy and just sort of tenaciousness is a bit like a terrier. That's another cliche for you. He's a bit like a footballing terrier.
Cliche city on this show, listeners. Cliche bingo. Maybe do that next time we have a conversation with. Like a terrier.
Yeah, but he was just running about. He was kicking shins. He was, But I remember there was one bit he'd been running around like a madman for the first 60 minutes. And then they were getting up in transition. It was the one, I think, that laid it back to O'Hare and he curled it past the bar. He was sprinting back. He was absolutely legging it back. And he got back in time and sort of put him off his shot. But it really stood out to me. He really deserved it. You could tell that was sort of a weight off his shoulders. But he's versatile as well. And I know he wasn't always the most popular man among Millwall fans, but there's almost a George Honeyman-like to him, where he can play centrally on the right. He's tactically versatile. He's energetic. He does have those sort of moments of quality, like today. That goal was pretty much not the exact same, but it was very similar to the one Honeyman scored away at Sheffield Wednesday as well, back in January, I think it was. So maybe I'm overdoing the comparison a tiny bit, but there is certain comparisons to their game, and he pops up in important moments. I think with Billy potentially out for a bit, he'll get a real proper run of games in the side. Potentially February for a bit as well. He has to go see a specialist, so he'll get his chance to sort of stamp his claim, I guess, in one of those positions.
Good to see him score yesterday. Wonderful stuff, and just to continue the cliche theme, the transfer window slams shut. It doesn't ever close; it slams shut. On I think it's September the 1st, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we can't leave yesterday without touching on the Tanganga deal, which seems to be imminent. Will, I don't know how far you can go down this road, but certainly wasn't in the squad yesterday. Mixed feelings. Shall we put it dead diplomatically around the away end? I think most people whose views I would listen to regard this as excellent business by the club, and obviously Jeff is also doing well out of the deal. So But from the Millwall perspective, I think it's great business. We've known that his departure is probably imminent for some while, really, ever since he's arrived. In truth, I mean, obviously emotions run high, so that's football. But as a deal, I think it's fantastic business if it comes to pass, from what we're reading online. How do you see it? I mean, would you say the same, or
Yeah, I think I would. It's one of them ones where it's a lot better than losing him to a Premier League club. Firstly,
for 1.2 million, yeah.
The fact that Neil left him out the squad and said specifically keep him out the firing line, I think is very indicative. I asked him for the future. He was like, well, I left him out the squad. It's not confirmed yet, but we'll see what happens over the next week. I take that to be he's likely off. And I know the deal advanced pretty quickly, sort of Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning. But yeah, if there are certain fees being quoted about there. Anything in that range would be very good business for a guy who doesn't have long left on his contract. And I'll let him, they could, Alex also said, we need to sign a few players. The injuries are going to, accentuate that process. It's just, they could use that money maybe do what they did in January when Romain went. They had a plan and they sort of executed that plan. There'll be 2 or 3 guys who go. Maybe they sign. They definitely said they'll sign a centre back if Tanganga goes. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do. Steve Gannon's going to be a very busy man over the next 8 days.
Of the window. I mean, I suppose. I mean, musing in the game yesterday, I think it's a bit of a test, if you want to call it that, for the recruitment team, because this deal has, certainly from the outside perspectives, come out of a slight nowhere. We apparently turned away some Serie A sides. No interest from the Premier League, it seems. So there's something just for Millwall fans to keep in mind. So if we can use the situation to bring in other players to strengthen it, seems to me to be good sense. Football is an emotional roller coaster, Will, isn't it? You got your business and you've got your common sense, and then you've got the emotion of being a football fan. And I think for a lot of people it's quite hard, especially to sell to a divisional rival side. But that's the name of the game that we're involved in. This is the model that has helped other clubs progress. It's hard, but that's where that's how you've got to try and look at it. In my opinion, if we can improve, it's all to the good. The deal's not done yet, so we're talking about it not quite in the past tense, but it still has yet to be signed. So we'll wait to see on that score. The recruitment team have actually shown some. I mean, there's only 1 or 2 signings that haven't really flowered. Really, I mean, I suppose we've yet to see Bobby Benicio Baker at all. Danny Kelly, it was good to see him come on late in the game yesterday, and so the other signings have all flowered. I mean, I'm thinking primarily of Kramer and some of the others. So, the track record so far on Ivanovic, has been pretty good. So fingers crossed on that front. So there we are, another win on the road. We'll see how the season pans out. We've got a midweek game. Are you going to the midweek game? The League Cup game?
Tuesday night.
Is it professional pride t-shirts?
Yeah.
I might be there. I might not. We'll see. And then we've got the glamour of Hollywood glamour of Wrexham at home next week, with all that comes with that. So, and then the international break. So it's excluding Tuesday, I think we can probably all take whatever comes out of Tuesday. But another good test for us next week against Wrexham. We've got some decent players in their squad, Will.
Yeah, slow start as well. I think it's only 1 point they picked up. Sheffield Wednesday sort of snatched the draw. I think it's a weird squad. It's like a mismatch of a lot of different.
It's a Hollywood squad, isn't it? A few names and
10 million
stars and
broadhead, and it's all that sort of stuff. It really does make you appreciate how good Mill can.
They have the star in focus at the front, and then the out of focus actors at the back that you never see or don't know who they are. I think that's the Wrexham approach. Will, I want to say a big thank you, mate, for giving me some time today. I know you've been here, there, and everywhere, and you're probably hungover again. So also a big thank you to Will Scott for joining us, hungover listeners. See you soon, Will. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Achtung, Millwall.
Huge thank you to Will for joining me on Sunday afternoon, dear listeners. Do check out the News at Den Plus, which is their subscription service on the southwarknews.co.uk. It's an independent newspaper. It's not in thrall to any of the big media companies, and the subscription helps keep the only source of Millwall journalism going. So I'm a big supporter of that, and I will continue to be across the remainder of the season. So a big thank you to Will there. Now then, dear listeners, we've got a few voice notes to play you out with for this show. We will be back tomorrow for Monday with Merv with the bulk of the voice notes, but we've got a few here to play you just to take us to the hour mark. So first up, we're going to listen to Matt Richards.
Hello?
Nick, Matt Richards, driving back from, well, that was a really good win, wasn't it? Well, every win's good, isn't it, I suppose? But we really, really need that. Just before the game, never mind the fact that we had a bad result last week. We got Doughty's injury. You got the fact that, Tanganga's going to be off to Sheffield United. And then you find out that Aziz is out injured, Billy Mitchell's out injured. I mean, I should shout out to John Rankin and Rufus Rankin before the game, and like we were saying, it wasn't looking good, and we'd take a draw and all this before the game. But I think the way it started, it was nervous 5 or 10 minutes, but after that, I thought we were the better team. I don't think we really carved out any really clear-cut chances, but a few shots. I think Ryan Leonard had a shot, Negley, and then I think there was a chance or mini chance for Coburn when it kind of came off his shoulder. But then then we scored the goal, and I thought Kundal actually played really well. One of the best performances I think I've seen from him, really. He was up there for my man of the match for the whole match. But the first half played really well, and really, I mean, that shot right at the end of the first half as well by Coburn, it could have been 2-0. And 2-0 up would not have flattered us at all. So I was really impressed by that. Sheffield United, I suppose, a bit nervous. They haven't started the season too well, have they? So half time, really good result. Then it's obviously, can we hold on? They sort of came at us. I don't know if they really did. They definitely had quite a few chances in the second half. So they were a better team in the second half. I think Ivanovic should have done better. That was a real coup. When he kind of scuffed it, I thought, we're going to regret that. But obviously the story of the second half is really the performance of a big fucking Bender in goal, Stephen Bender, and those two saves just absolutely superb. I mean, the first one, he stuck his hand out, I was right behind it, and he's got a strong hand to it. And then the one after that, where it was like a curler, brilliant fingertip save, and amazing, really. And then probably even the best save was one where the player was kind of called offside. So proper backs to the wall stuff, really. And then Kramer gets clears the ball off the line, and they hit the post. I mean, to be honest, overall, a draw probably would have been a fair result, but we don't care about being fair, do we? So it was just what we needed, really, just what we needed. Before, what's critical now is obviously with those injuries, Tanganga, who's he's clearly off. Fair play to him. He came on the pitch at the end of the game and was kind of clapping the Millwall fans. He didn't have to do that because obviously Millwall fans were giving him some stick. I didn't, but fans were kind of greedy bastard and all this stuff, which is kind of par for the course, isn't it, really? But he came over and he clapped. So anyway, he's going to be off, and fair play. Good luck to him. He doesn't owe us anything. It's been a good move for him. It's been a good move for us. It's ended up with us £7 or £8 million richer, with potential for more for add-ons. But anyway, now we need to replace him. I think we have to get another centre half in. Whether that means Kramer's going to play in or not, or just new centre half, don't know. But going to have to do that. And obviously, there's a few other players we're going to need. We're going to need some more in midfield, right back, maybe another forward. Definitely need replacements. You just see the bench today. You know, after having those key players out, and Langstaff wasn't on the bench either. So we're going to need to spend some money in the next 8 days. But you know, I think everybody knows that. I'm sure James Bielsa knows that. Steve Gannon knows that. But it's really, really critical of who we get in now. I'm sure we'll get players in. It's who can we get in? Because if we're actually going to do something this year, progress, then we need to get better players in, more players, but of better quality, really. But what a great result! You know, it's so I would have taken the draw, but it was great to get the 3 points. I think performances wise, I would say Bender was my man of the match. Go straight to that. Those saves kept us in the game. So I'm really pleased for him. Definitely, it was a Bartesque performance, I say, from those saves. Brilliant. So, you know, we've got a good shot stopper, which is great to see. I thought Leonard struggled a bit in the first half. You know, he hasn't got the same dynamism as Kramer right back. I thought Zach Sturge definitely had a really tough second half and a couple of mistakes, which we're definitely fortunate to get away with. I thought Kramer and Coops played really well as centre half pairing. Casper and Luongo did all right. You know, they were kind of busy and kind of fighting for tackles. Coburn, again, he gets nothing from the referee. He's unlucky with his shot, and Ivanovic was working hard. He should have done better. Definitely should have done better for that chance. And then, you get the subs come on as well. Nisbet's still hanging around. We actually got back for a couple of times to defend, but he had a bit of an opportunity which he just miscontrolled. So less said about. But great performance. You know, now we've got commentary during the week. Carabao Cup. It'd be great if we can continue to get through that, because I think it's really important that we can go on a little bit of a cup run, especially for our younger players. And then we've got the Hollywood Stars of Wrexham turning up at the good old Den next Saturday. So let's hope we have a better home performance next week, so we can pick up some more points. So that's it. Good stuff. 3 points in the bag. Come on, you lights.
Nicely summed up there, Matt. The injury crisis is one thing I did note down as you were speaking there. I saw a quote. It was on News at Den from Alex Neil mentioning the kind of conspiracy theories out there that somehow the Calmont Road is a bit like Sweeney Todd's meat factory, you know, and that players disappear into Mrs. Miggins's pie shop next door or something, that kind. You know what I'm talking about, listeners. He basically said, well, half the team is still fit, so it can't be what we do at the training ground. We do seem to acquire a lot of injuries. I don't follow other clubs enough to know whether our injury crisis is the same as what they get at, say, I don't know, Charlton or places like that. I don't know. It does seem to be a lot out at the moment. Doughty, Aziz and Mitchell, plus others now, of course, on the injury list. But yeah, there we are. Apparently it's not the training routine, so hey ho, dear listeners, it'll be an interesting period ahead while we wait to see what signings come in to reinforce the side. Presuming that the Tanganga deal goes through, as we were just speaking to Will Scott there, presuming that all goes ahead, then it will give resources for Steve Gallant and his resource team to get to grips with new men coming in. But there we are. We wait to see Wrexham next Saturday, as Matt has alluded to. There we are, dear listeners. A big thank you to everyone that sends in the voice notes. I'm going to play us out there with 2 back-to-back from a new voice, Lawrence Downs, and then an older voice, Steve Morton. Big thank you to the 2 boys for sending stuff. And if you want to join the circle, the coven that is the Achtung Millwall voicemail group, then do give me a shout on X. We can exchange mobile phone numbers. and send me a WhatsApp message post-match. Always love to hear from everybody. A big thank you to everyone for sending their stuff in. But anyway, new voice, Lawrence Downs, and then we'll play out with Steve Morton until the next edition of Achtung Millwall from me, Nick Hart. Dear listeners, it's Arrivederci Millwall. Bye for now.
Hiya Nick, Lawrence here. Just sending in my voice note for today's game. 5 changes out of the starting 11 through injuries yet again. Don't know what curse is sitting over the training ground in Downham, but something needs to be addressed. But what a first half display, I will say that. I think Sheffield United were below par, but in the same breath, I thought we were very good at nullifying them. Hats off to Luongo, Denor, Kramer stepping in at centre-back, and especially Kundal. Regardless of the goal, I thought you knew he was on the pitch. You could see him in and around. You could see him making a nuisance of himself. Cobham, the challenge he made at the halfway mark in the first half to then collect the ball again, run up to the edge of the area and have a deflection just wide. I thought it was a really, really strong first half display. And we knew after that point that they were going to be coming at us in the second half. I thought the first 10 or 15 we'd probably sit in, but I was expecting a little bit more for us to try and go back at them. Which in small moments maybe we did, but at 1-0 you're sitting in a very precarious situation about it. But we done well, and hats off to the big bender. Between the sticks. Well, what a performance that was, especially when, not from myself, but you've heard other fans, and rightly or wrongly so, being a tad critical. What a display that was. Some of them saves were nothing short of amazing, and we rode our luck. A couple of goal line clearances, but to as I say, to have 5 players missing from the first team and to have to adjust to that with a slightly weakened bench when you look at it in terms of changes needed to be made. If we'd have been the ones that went 1-0 down, I'd have probably been a bit worried. But really strong first half, really great goal. Kundal's touch, the first touch, the finish was obviously good as well, but the touch off Ivanovic's header really definitely took. And just a really, really hard-fought Millwall display, I suppose is the best way to put it. But, if you'd have said to me after the first 3 games, who we were playing, Norwich away, Sheffield United away, Borough at home, obviously disappointed with the result of Borough now, but 6 points, not sure anyone wouldn't have bit your hand off. So hats off to all the boys. And Alex Neil, he took a little bit of criticism, which I thought was a tad harsh again after one that bad display in what's been an unbelievable, in my opinion, reign so far. Really, really proud of the lads. And I think with the inevitability of Jaffet probably going for around that 8 million with add-ons to 10, Kramer stepping in and looking solid, I'm now going, okay, I think with the right investment and a bit of help, why not? Let's keep the optimism going. Let's give it a bit more steam in that train to keep it going. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Thanks, Nick. All the best.
Hiya, Nick. Steve Morton and Jeff Cook here on the way back from Sheffield United. Another great result for the Lions. We phoned you after last year's result. I think both Jeff and I agree it was even better this year. What a fantastic result. All started, Nick, with the Lions playing in the mother of pearl kit. You'll know what I mean about that. Definitely is not white. It is definitely mother of pearl, or Ecremont, I think you call it. So, but yeah, look, to a man, what a great performance. They absolutely did us proud. I think we were all a little worried at the beginning. Not so much with the starting 11, but obviously the subs didn't look particularly strong. But I have to say, to a man, the subs that came on all did themselves proud. Although they were only like short little spurts, I think they all put a shift in. And look, life goes on without Jaffet Tanganga. In my mind, fair play to Jaff. He had balls to come over and clap the fans. I know a lot give him a load of stick, but I think fair play. He didn't hide away. He come and fronted it. So good luck, and we'll move. We'll take the money and we'll move on. And Kramer is most definitely more than a able replacement for him. So 2 or 3 at least good signings in, and I think we can definitely look forward to more good stuff this season. So yeah, look, great result, great goal. Bender, absolutely outstanding. Not only those 2 saves, your listeners might not see, there was a corner and it was called off up for a free kick, but they actually had a shot or a header at the goal and he clawed it over the bar. God knows how he got to it. It was outstanding. So I think a few were worried about Bender, but I think we're in safe hands. The boy is a decent keeper, so long may that continue. Jeff, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think you've covered most of it, Steve, but what I would say is, as you mentioned, the excitement's off the charts. So that second half, I think my blood pressure went through the roof. 2 off the line, Bender's saves. But the funny thing is, I think we both said it at the end, twice now when we've gone into injury time or extra time added on, we seem really, really comfortable. Yeah. All of a sudden, we seem like a team who know professionally how to see a game out when you've got a 1-goal lead. Yeah. But Steve said, Kramer is an absolute Rolls Royce in that centre-back position. So I don't think we will miss Jaffe, although it's a shame he's gone. But the 8 million up front has got to be spent this week. Bringing a right back, I'll play for 2 million. But all in all, very exciting. The vocal support was off the scale, and we're going home very happy. And it'll be beers all round tonight. Absolutely. In my household, and no, probably in Steve's as well.
Certainly will be. And Nick, listen, just to finish, we're going to start a petition. We know you was at the Norwich game, and now you was at the Sheffield United game. Sorry we didn't see you. I was looking out for you, but I couldn't see you talking into your microphone. But we are starting a petition that you must go to every away game this year, because we are guaranteed 3 points. So come on, Nick, get booking those tickets.
Come on, my son.
All the best, Nick. Keep up the good work with your show, mate. Speak soon. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this edition of Achtung Millwall. If you're tuning in via Spotify or YouTube, please feel free to comment, like or subscribe as you see fit. God bless. Until the next show then, it's bye for now.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.